On 4th July 2022, I created a time capsule for myself. I used a text-to-speech website to write down my feelings and questions for my future self, planning to make a video with this in September 2022. Finally, I kind of forgot about the time capsule and found it 2 years later. I really didn't want to post this as I thought, who cares, but hey, 2025 might be my last YouTube year, so why the hell not? Let's listen to what I had on my mind in 2022.
Hello everyone, my name is Shizuraku. As some of you probably know, those who friended me on Discord and we had a lil chat. Currently I am looking for job. This video is pre-recorded, it's beginning of July, but when you're watching this I believe it could be September. I hope that at this moment I already found a job and am happily living with my girlfriend in our rented apartment. If I didn't, well, then maybe I won't have as much time to continue making YouTube videos. If I didn't get any job, it means I had to move back across the country to my parents' place. I hope that's not the case. This is like a time capsule video. Shizuraku of the future, I hope you managed to pull through all the sad days and found a great or any job and that everything worked out in the end. The next part is how I felt today. Rainy mood, sad, just went to drive on Akina to clear my mind. You wanna know if I managed to find a job and this chapter of my life was happy ending? Look into description, the answer will be there. Now enjoy this video. I love you all, study hard, never give up.
Wow, I remember that back then I was feeling so down and sad that I just couldn't bring myself to say these things with my own voice, as I was afraid my voice would crack or tremble or something. I just felt like all the wind was knocked out of me back then, and I just didn't feel like speaking. So yo, Shizuraku of the past, the September 2022 sucked big time. It was one of your worst Septembers. But don't worry homie, your resilience and inner strength carried you out of the worst time. In September 2022 I actually started my new job. I was working at the warehouse, working as a picker, which is basically a job position where you received an order and you gotta pick the stuff up and then put it on a conveyor belt, which will take it to the front where the guy at the cash register gives it to the customer. I've met crazy good people there. I loved hanging out with the boys every day, but the 12-hour shifts were a killer. I remember that after first 12-hour shifts, I just couldn't get any words out of myself when I came home, and I was just sitting, staring at the ceiling, wanting to die because of the pain that my feet and legs were in. At that job, we had to walk like 20 or 30,000 steps every day. It was crazy. I lasted 4 months and would probably be able to work there longer if I didn't have mental health problems as well back then, but I got out of it, and 4 months later I got my first corporate job, and I'm still at this same job. Sometimes I get pretty pissed off, cursing the job, but then I remember working at car wash or warehouse, and I'm all grateful for this job again. Regarding the mental health, if you have any problems, don't be afraid to talk about your feelings, and don't be afraid to lose people who aren't grown up enough to have conversations about mental health and serious stuff. You'll find someone who will be your friend, who will understand you and who will bring out the best in you. And if you're like me and most of your friends are alcoholics, then you gotta just drown it out with alcohol. Just kidding. Or read a lot of books and bring out the best by yourself. After all, who's going to love you more than you yourself? If you have no one to talk to and you're sad, feel free to message me on Instagram or on Discord. I'll put a link to both in the description. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas.